Hi and welcome. This is Timothy Moon and this is my individual marketing assignment video. For this video I did assignment A, where I was to go to the mall and scope out 3 different stores and provide feedback on how I felt they were set up as far as demographics and such. The 3 stores I chose were Bath and Body Works, Charlotte Russe, and Eyebrow Plus. Now, none of these have anything in common with one another. They're all extremely different stores. The Bath and Body Works, the hours of operations are 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. and that's going to be the same for all 3. So they all 3 have the same hours. They all have different pricing structures, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to do 3 different stores rather than 3 of the same type of stores. The pricing structure at Bed Bath & Beyond was, it's a scaled pricing structure. So what they do is if you buy one, it's the most expensive that you can actually pay. As you buy more, the price per item drops. So in some cases, one of the items was, I want to say, like $12, but if you bought 6, it brought it down to like 24. So there was a much bigger scale drop as you bought a higher amount. With the Bed Bath & Beyond, the demographics was mostly Caucasian women. They were all ages. There was about 15 to 45 while I was there. Everybody stayed in there approximately 10 to 15 minutes. The products that they deliver are soaps, scented candles, lotions, various scented objects for cleaning your hands or your skin or your body, or even massage oils. As far as psychographics, the only thing I could really come up with on this, because everybody looked to be average normal people in there, it would just be anybody who's interested in scented items would be the psychographic. For Charlotte Russe, their hours of operation, once again, 10 to 9. Their pricing structure was different in the fact that everything was a per item price. Now the prices were all even numbers, so they were either $12.50, $15, $20, or $25. So it didn't matter how many you bought, you paid that flat rate for whatever it was. The demographic was made up of women of all races that were in there. The average age was probably early 30s. Once again, the psychographics, it just looked like everybody was normal average people. There wasn't anybody that seemed to be out of the norm of society. The average stay in there was 15 to 20 minutes. The 3rd store I looked at was the Eyebrow Plus. Their hours of operations, once again, was 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Their pricing structure was an even flat rate number. So where the Charlotte Russe had even numbers, this one had one solid number, so it was $15 for their services. The services that they provided was eyebrow threading, so basically they would go in and clean up the eyebrows as well. Their demographic was Latino women, late 20s, early 30s, and that's who was there when I went by the store. So as you can see, these three stores all had similar demographics. For one thing, they were all catered to women. They did not really cater to the men, and honestly, any men that were in there looked pretty confused. The only difference in their demographics was when I went to the Eyebrow Plus, and it seemed more towards the Asian, Caucasian demographic rather than the mainly Caucasian that was at Bath and Body Works, or the Caucasian African American that was at Charlotte Russe. So as you can see, all three have different demographics. They all have different pricing structures, and it was interesting to see how they can each have different pricing structures and yet be so successful at the same time. And once again, this is Timothy Moon, and that was my individual marketing assignment. Thank you.